And we are live as Josh fixes his camera.
I'm just going to do this.
Welcome to the...
I'm like Batman, basically.
Welcome to the December 2017 Patreon Hangout, the final Hangout of the year. Thank you for joining us. And we brought Ron in as a special guest, and you'll see why in a bit.
Hello.
Ron likes the Mets.
Anyone who followed us on Twitter today might know why Ron is here. But,
possibly.
So we'll wait a few minutes while people join.
Oh, I got it.
And let me.
Somebody give me the link to the YouTube thing so then I don't have to go find it.
It's almost like you work here.
It's almost like nothing changed. Hang on a second. There you go. Into Slack. It is in Slack. There you go, sir. And to anyone watching at home, we use Slack.
Please.
That's right. Slack.
This Hangout is not brought to you by Slack, but we use it. So there you go. If Slack has any dollars they'd like to throw against these Hangouts, I know people who work at Slack. I could probably make that happen. Josh, you know people who work at Slack.
I do. I spoke with her last night.
Yeah.
Who works at Slack? Why don't I know?
Evie does.
Oh.
Yeah.
For a while.
All right, so let's just how's everyone doing?
Doing okay. When I talk, do you see me in the big window, or is it don't stay on Josh?
I see you in the big window.
You're in the big window.
Okay, cool. It wasn't changing to me on my side, but yeah.
I think it doesn't do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just got a text message saying I almost missed the show because I don't read emails.
Who said that?
A non-email reader.
Who would text you about that?
Exactly.
Probably someone at Slack because they don't read emails.
It was Slack CEO.
You see,
Slack. We don't read emails because we don't have to.
Because we're disrupting emails.
We talked about this before we went live, whether or not we needed to tweet this Hangout. And we're like, yeah, no, they get an email. And now, Connor,
I blew the theory.
Your theorem has been proven wrong.
So in our building, in our office building, in the suite across the hall, there is a very quiet group of coders who are working very hard to disrupt email.
Disrupt email.
Yeah.
Now, if you're on Slack and you decide not to talk about something in the main channel, is that still taking it offline?
Yeah. You want to know what's funny though is that I really like our use of Slack, right? Like we're a small team, we have our channel organization, things like that. As many people know, I recently was employed by a company that is also owned by a very large company. Let's say I told my friends at Slack about how we use Slack at that company, and they were horrified.
I'm unsurprised.
Because literally it is one generic Slack login for all of Disney, and there are thousands of channels.
I feel like you're not allowed to talk about this, and I have one other question. As long as we're talking about it, is it the free account? Are they still on the free?
No, they pay.
There'd be no way. The archiving alone would be.
But as far as I know that they're not, I don't know what level they're at, but like literally one day I was just browsing through it. I'm like, oh, here's the theme park Slack, and here's the people working on the Android app. Like it's just
kind of cool.
Yeah.
So,
but the thing is that you can't join it. It'll say, Ron has joined this channel, so I can just preview. Like I'm just peeking over the Slack wall, over the cube wall.
And then you'll get a call from some other office in Orange County.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna need to get you out of that room.
Who is this guy?
Our IT director was horrified that we use it here because he says it's too insecure.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if I agree with that. It's pretty from the people I know that work at Slack. It is pretty secure in terms of because it's using website. Well, I want to get into this, but it's
question inspired by a chat room question.
Yeah.
Did suddenly a 20th Century Fox channel pop up on Slack?
No, not yet. Not yet. And
the Murdochs.
I know just as much as you guys know about that. I know there's who knows.
So Ron.
Yes.
The last time we talked about
GDATs.
goddamn American treasures.
Wait, hang on. Is Slack a GDAT?
No,
God no. Also, pro tip. Sometimes you get in trouble for using text messages as jokes. So, and that'll probably get me in further trouble. So,
moved the show earlier than normal, didn't you? I'm drinking.
Last time you were here, I wish I was drinking. Last time you were here, we unanimously voted in Jeff Goldblum as a GDAT.
Right, and which I every day I wake up happy with that decision, especially before Thor.
I'm telling you something. I don't understand why it took us so long. It doesn't make sense.
Agreed.
I feel a little ashamed they didn't make it in the first round.
Did you see the Jurassic World 2 not trailer?
No.
They put out a Jurassic World trailer teaser, which is a mini documentary about the trailer, which I was like, why isn't this the trailer? But GDAT, Jeff Goldblum, is in it for like 3 seconds, and it's glorious.
So in the meantime, since you left to go work at 20th Century Fox, 2 new names have entered into discussion as possible candidates in the course of the Pick of the Week podcast.
Okay.
And so we thought we'd bring them up here.
Well, what's interesting about that is if I saw on the social media correctly, you guys didn't do a real good job of remembering those names, did you?
We needed some prodding.
There wasn't any need for you to do that. You could have done it in Slack.
Well, it's funny. Well, we did do
Slack talk.
Slack chat.
So
can we start a channel in Slack about Slack where we just talk about Slack?
Purely
no, because I know what would happen is there would be a point not long from now when I would be reprimanded for talking about Slack, not in Slack. This is the wrong channel, Josh. If you're going to talk about Slack, you need to be in the Slack chat channel.
Slack chat.
And I want people at home to know that's not a joke what I just said. That's actually what will happen.
I think that of these 2 candidates, I believe.
Okay, 2 candidates.
I think one is probably a lock. I think the second there might be some dissent.
All right,
and Ron doesn't know who these people are.
I do not know.
Also, if we want to nominate more people, we can. I'm just saying there's 2 that have come up to us.
I mean, we're willing to take suggestions from the audience, but you've gone through a lot of them.
We're opening the books. Let's say that we're opening the books.
We're opening the books.
I feel like this should be a quarterly thing.
We're walking a guy into a basement in Queens.
Yeah,
and he's either gonna get his hand on the book or he's gonna get 2 in the back of the head.
He's got a nice suit on. He said goodbye to his mother. They got the nice Cadillac, and they open the door.
The pointed collars. Yeah, we could do this quarterly. This could be a quarterly thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Which one do you want to start with? Do you want to start with the one I think will be unanimous?
Well, listen, don't vote on my behalf. I mean, I need to hear the name first. Nothing is going to be unanimous. There needs to be discussion.
All right, I'll start with the easy one. I think it's going to be the easy one.
Okay, let's hear it. Carrie is also very excited to hear these 2 names.
All right.
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark, dreamy hair, raging liberal tweeter.
Wow. Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark.
Okay. I need to look at a resume.
Well, I mean,
don't get me wrong. I like Mark Ruffalo.
So what you're saying, I mean, regularly. So first instinct is I'm not sure about this, but maybe.
Well, no, I'm surprised. I'll be honest. I'm a little surprised. I wouldn't have thought that immediately, but I'm thinking Hulk. I'm thinking Spotlight. I'm thinking Begin Again. Yes. I'm thinking
that one in Boston where he's crazy but is married to.
Hey man, Zodiac.
So
right.
First of all, I'd like to tell the chat you need to hold on to your suggestions right now.
Yes,
because we're in the middle. It's bad form. You guys might want to motion on the floor.
We cannot be considering new motions while the motion's on the floor.
Yeah. So perhaps you guys should start a Slack channel in Slack. Okay.
He is one of those people in which no matter how bad the movie,
he's great.
He is terrific.
He shines.
Or no matter what the genre of film, for instance, I would point to a very middle of the road romantic comedy like 13 Going on 30 in which he is terrific.
Yeah. What was the one about the lesbians?
With the women.
Yep. That's generally lesbians are women, so that is redundant. But let's move forward.
Margaret, the kids are all right.
There you go.
All right.
Great. The kids are all right. Yep. I mean, I'm going through here. I'm going. Let's go deep, right? Going. Like he was in 54.
All right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and make a ruling of where I think I am.
Are we ready to vote? Wait, are we?
No. I'm going to tell you where I am right now.
Okay.
We're going to use it as a gauge, and we're going to go from there. Okay?
Yes.
I'm a big Mark Ruffalo fan. Are
you a Mark Ruffalo Mark?
Sure. I mean, and first of all, if this was...
Or wait a minute. Are you a Ruffalo-y?
I'm a Rufflin.
You're a Rufflin?
Yeah. Go ahead, baby. Rufflin, baby. If this was based solely on the possession of wonderful man hair.
It's good hair. Oh, man.
Yeah.
He's got the best hair. Not unlike our own Ryan Haupt's hair. I'm going to go ahead and give him that compliment. He's not quite there. You know, Haupt's not quite there, but it's along that. He's got great hair.
Okay.
My instinct is he needs some more seasoning. There has to be.
He's 50 years old.
I'm saying there's not. I don't know that there's a thing that is ultimately putting me over the top. And
if he only did Begin Again, he would be a G-Dad.
Here's where I'm netting out on Mark Ruffalo. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, very good. Every time I see him in a movie, I smile.
It's almost like he's a supporting G-Dad.
Do you sigh?
No, I don't sigh. It's not. I mean,
a little bit.
No. I mean, like, he's someone that I wish we were friends. He's like a Paul Rudd. He reminds me. This is like, and Paul Rudd is a G-Dad. Let's not forget. I feel like he occupies very similar space. Carrie is looking at me with a dubious face, and she's shaking her head. She does not think Mark Ruffalo should be a G-Dad. Luckily, she is not part of this voting board.
She does not vote.
There's not a marriage clause.
There's no. Yeah, you don't get one.
No, if you're killed,
wow.
Maybe.
I got a delightful but not sure answer.
Oh wow!
I mean, he's delightful. I mean, everybody's saying like, if he's not over the top, like he's right there. You know,
can I throw this into the mix?
Yeah.
I met him at Comic-Con this past year.
Okay.
And magnetic.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm not surprised by that.
Yes.
You're. I mean, right away you're going to be. You were in his presence.
He was sitting next to Hemsworth, and you would think that in the orbit of Hemsworth, you would see nothing else but the bright light that is Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
But he held his own.
Well, let's think about the That was good. That was good.
I have to give him credit. You can't move on from what you just did.
It's hard. Let's think about the criteria for what makes a G-Dad, as we've discussed, right? A hearty resume of great roles and great performances, right? And a personality, je ne sais quoi, an engaging type of person. I think he's there on the personality side. Sure. Twitter alone and his recent, kind of vocaling, admittedly, we all are kind of on the same side in terms of belief and all that sort of stuff. I agree with Josh and Connor's text messaging friend that like delightful, but like maybe the resume is not quite there yet. But as I look at this, like him as Tashi in Zodiac, him in Spotlight, him like he's got chop. Him as Banner, he's made Banner his own.
Yep.
Something's holding me back, and like the thing is, he's on my. We are the group of male hetero podcasters who talk the most about handsome men,
right?
Way, without reservation. I mean, he's right behind Clooney. I mentioned him in the same breath, right? But something is holding me back, and I don't know what that is. And I think
he's not Clooney.
That is fascinating.
Be careful how you throw that C word around, man.
No, I know. I'm just, apparently I have a thing for men with salt and pepper hair.
That's a really interesting, considering how often in the past we've talked about how much we love Ruffalo and how there's nothing better than harried Ruffalo in film. I did not expect this much pushback.
I don't know if he's a slam dunk. He's close. I feel like he's won award, like he hasn't won any awards.
I think
what awards has The Rock won?
I'm telling you this.
Sure, that's a very good point. That's a very good point, Connor.
He's not a lead guy, and maybe that's it. He's a supporting guy.
He's a lead guy. He's the lead guy in Begin Again.
Connor, you love Begin Again.
I love Begin Again. I watch it once a year.
No, that has one of the greatest scenes I've ever seen in my life.
Carrie, you ever see Begin Again?
Yeah.
You did? Did you like it?
I didn't like it as much as once.
Oh, she didn't like Begin Again as much as once.
They're different movies.
They're different movies, Connor says. So
I have tickets to see Glenn Hansard next year.
I saw Glenn Hansard.
I feel like we should have had this conversation before we allowed this marriage to happen.
Wow. Connor's questioning marriage now. He said we should
I mean,
she's before the wedding.
I mean, is Mark Ruffalo up for second husband?
No, Mark Ruffalo is not up for second husband, darling.
All right, you know what? let's table Mark Ruffalo for a little bit. Let it sit. We're gonna move on to the next conversation.
You want to simmer in it? You want to reduce the Mark Ruffalo to his?
I feel like
Ruffalo?
I don't just want to hand out a GDAT to every handsome man who's been in a movie.
It's not about handsome.
I know that, but
it's not about handsome. But
he's definitely an American treasure. He's definitely
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
If he's not a GDAT, he is a hair's breadth.
Yeah.
All right. So this next one, the vote has changed to all in on Ruffalo. The vote by text. I feel like I'm in an auction house. I'm getting the vote by.
Yeah. The returns. I want the big chalkboard like the 1920s about stock prices.
You can tell that
Mark Ruffalo is up. Sell.
What I'm being told is it's not about handsome. It's about all caps charisma.
Why doesn't this mystery texter go in the chat room?
Why?
There's a lot of things happening.
I am the only person whose wife doesn't give a shit what I'm talking about.
No, I think she would. It's just that you have her locked up in a box behind you.
That's a Vox AC15 amp box. That's all it is.
I know. In your murder basement.
So this next one, I'm already bracing for the pushback. Ted Danson.
Who do you think the pushback is coming from?
Ron.
Is my silence speaking volumes?
I feel like you're not a Ted Danson guy.
Ted Danson. Oh, Carrie just says I was gonna say him. Oh, look what side the butter is breaded on.
That's incorrect. What you said.
Ted Danson. Here's the thing about Ted Danson. I spent many years disliking him.
That's why
because I didn't love him in Cheers. He was the part of Cheers that annoyed me. I wanted them to get to the other people in Cheers. Then Bored to Death brought me around on him, and I thought he was delightful and Bored to Death. And
for me, Ted Danson, I love Ted Danson in Cheers, but that's almost put a pin in it. It's all about second half of career Ted Danson.
Yeah,
in which he did fantastic work on Bored to Death.
Yep.
He's doing fantastic work on The Good Place. He's doing some hilarious vodka commercials right now.
Yep.
I think second half Ted Danson is almost better than Cheers Ted Danson.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. I definitely like him more, but I hear great things about The Good Place. I do not watch it, so I'm it's tough. It's tough.
This isn't gonna pass.
It's not. I can't in my heart. I can't do it.
No. You don't have the votes.
You don't have the votes.
Yeah, I don't care about anything he's done since Cheers.
Oh, so Josh, you're not even entertaining it.
No, I can't in good conscience. I watched an episode and a half of The Good Place. Apparently, it got more interesting. Bored to Death was not going to be my speed, and I find him irritating on Curb Your Enthusiasm. I like that he did it. I like things that he does. He's not, but he's not.
All right. Let me know when you move on because I have a name to throw into the.
Well, that's it. I mean, that's fine. I knew that was risky.
I just got a text from another anonymous texter who says Ted Danson wore blackface.
Maybe we should have put our phones on airplane mode. The show.
So let's table. All right, Ted Danson is obviously not making it a committee. We're still simmering on Ruffalo.
For Ted Danson. Are we going to come up with a level for him? Is he A? Or is he T? Is he AT?
I don't even know if he's AT.
I'd give him a T.
I give him a T.
Well, I mean, that's fine.
Right.
So we're still simmering on Ruffalo.
Can I throw one name into the mix? And I don't think it's going to get much I think the Flanagan contingent is always the tough one, but
not always.
I just got another text that said, "Okay, but who did blackface the best?"
I'm gonna quickly touch on this.
John Slattery.
Ted Danson did blackface, but it was the person who started the conversation that went, "Oh no, you should never do that."
Yeah.
So I think he was caught a little off guard because he was with Whoopi.
Yeah.
She was the black friend, and he's like, I thought this would be okay, and it was not okay.
It's not okay.
I don't think he knew that.
I recently watched a supercut on YouTube of all of the great Roger Sterling moments, and we got about 3 minutes into it, and then it was the blackface. I went, oh, that still does not sit well. That does not look good at all.
I think I told you guys. I will tell the people that my wife was at the beach in southern Massachusetts, and he was there recreating with his family, and she's like, I couldn't take my eyes off him. Yeah. And I didn't talk to him. I didn't say it. It didn't bother him.
He has charisma. He has that same thing.
Oh, he does. I will admit he has charisma. Yeah.
I've thought that since I first saw him in Jack and Bobby. I was like, that guy's good.
I thought him when he was on Ed.
Yeah.
I've never seen Ed, which doesn't apparently exist in any way to watch.
I think if you weren't here, Tom Cavanaugh would be a CDAT.
I mean, well, yeah. If we open this to Canada, Tom Cavanaugh is like a first ballot.
We can't speak for Canada.
We can't. No, we can't.
It's not. It's not.
It's not our platform. Is that what we believe in?
So what do you got?
This one was staring me literally right in the face. Kyle MacLachlan.
I'd almost have to abstain.
You're not going to get Josh's.
I'm not going to get
You both have a pretty hard bias in that.
But admittedly, he's done great in Twin Peaks, both in in early '90s and late '90s. But think about him in Portlandia.
I enjoy him in Portlandia.
Think about him on Sex and the City. Think about him going back to Dune, and then also Connor, you can attest to this. His personality, the je ne sais quoi factor. The man owns a winery and does wine tastings around the country with fans. Like,
I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
Really though? Like, do we genuinely think that's a GDAT?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Even if it was just Twin Peaks.
Without question. Think of him in Portlandia, Josh. Think about that.
That's a small shining bit part in what is a niche property.
All right, let's take a look at the rest
that has ruined the city, apparently.
Really? Why?
I don't think it ruined the city so much as the people did.
Yeah, there you go. I know.
What city?
Portland.
Oh, right. Yeah. I don't think that was his fault.
In the title.
So in terms of his filmography, Twin Peaks, Portlandia, he was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I know neither of you watched it, but he was lovely.
I saw when he was on it.
Connor, The Good Wife.
No, I say yes.
Yeah.
I'm already yes.
Desperate Housewives. He was the voice of Superman in the animated version of New Frontier.
He was great.
Sex and the City. Like, admittedly, it's a different kind of actor.
Relevant. And also, I would just like to say, you don't have to have you can have two great things and still make. Just all depends on how great those great things are.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
So that's gonna be a 2-1 vote down.
I didn't think I'd get Flanagan just because you're like, and Josh, I'm proud of you that you said you have to abstain as opposed to it's a hard no, right?
Yeah. I can't.
Well,
he doesn't do anything for me.
I'll renominate David Lynch after seeing Lucky.
Oh yes, he's an actor. Yeah, he's an actor.
I can't stand him.
Oh, David Lynch is amazing, Josh. He's amazing.
I understand what you're saying, but I can't stand him, and I don't like his work.
So the chat room earlier had brought up a name. I don't know if we had mentioned it before.
Are you saying the one that starts with J?
Yes.
Is he a raging cokehead?
No.
Previously?
Was he?
He was like John Belushi.
No, I thought John Goodman.
Yeah.
He was a cokehead, really?
Are you kidding me? This is a man. He's a
his indulgences are so out of control that the Coen brothers no longer work with him.
Really?
Yeah.
And if you think about what he has done in Coen brothers movies, that's quite a thing.
Wow,
he's been sober for a while.
Yeah.
But because of that was like the low point. Was the Coen brothers were like, no more. So if you notice, he's not been in any of their films in a while.
He was in Llewyn Davis.
That was the last one.
Ironically, playing a heroin addict.
Right. So anyway, all that aside, it doesn't really bother me. Artists do what they do. He for me is a yes.
I like that it's the audience submission, and I also will give it a yes.
I have no way to even say no.
Right.
He's a goddamn American treasure. Are we sure he's American?
That's a good question. Let's look him up. He's got to be American.
Yes, for sure. 100%.
Yes, he's from St. Louis.
Okay.
So, yeah, I give a yes to John Goodman for sure.
All right.
So,
anyone else?
Right. Well, I think we got. 4 is.
We have to rule on Ruffalo. We have not ruled on Ruffalo.
You see, what kills me about Ruffalo And this is a larger problem with the voting with the panel here, the three of us. Once you let The Rock and Paul Rudd in,
Right.
I feel like we lowered the bar.
Whoa.
Now, The Rock, I think we just have to admit that he has a certain rockness that almost pretty much knocks everything else away. It doesn't really matter. I don't know if you're aware of this, but he was in San Andreas. And
I know. I saw it. I watched it.
And the thing is, it's not always about everyone having the same criteria. It's like a baseball team. Sometimes you got your utility player. Sometimes you got your relief pitcher. The Rock is The Rock.
I've got one word for you. Jumanji.
He's going to be great in it. The movie will be terrible, but you won't be able to take your eyes off him.
It's true. You'll be looking at that tattoo, just going, "How is this on that?"
Baywatch.
I will say,
terrible. He was great in it.
I will say, a couple of months ago, we watched Moana, and now my 2.5-year-old nieces, that's the only thing that they watch, and I've seen it a lot, and he did a wonderful job in Moana. So,
when did you get nieces who were 2.5? Oh, okay, got it.
You saw them. Yeah, the little.
No, I get it now. I've been working under one paradigm for a long time, Ron.
No, I understand. Yeah, no, this is the whole.
I'm not okay with how old those ones are, so it didn't make sense to me for a second.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I was like, did he just go insane? He's denying that they're older.
It's a real problem.
I would like to. Can we revisit Ruffalo in a year's time?
Wow. You want to defer the vote?
Yeah.
What will?
There's something holding me back, and I can't tell you what it is logically or emotionally.
Here's the problem with that, Josh. Though. Here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with that is that aside from Infinity War, he's got nothing else on the docket.
He's going to be doing Avengers for a while.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe that's the problem.
Can't fault him for that.
Yeah.
I
thought he was great in Thor. I thought he. I mean, they were hamming it up, and he did the whole when he was pretending to be Tony and like whatever. But I thought it was great. It was good. So,
I don't want to see any more of that. I don't want to see him do that in the next movie.
Well, that's the larger question about Thor is that where do you go from here?
You don't. You go. That was a fun lark. Let's get back to it now. Before you pound it. You have Deadpool for that if you want to.
Yeah.
Apparently, Deadpool's back there.
Just
behind my amp.
Was he in? Which cage?
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
I don't know.
I don't know if you defer him for a year. I
just don't know what. Yeah, I just don't know what's going to change in that year's time.
It could be just my way of thinking. Maybe I'll do some more research. Maybe I'll watch some more. Maybe I'll get a little.
We've always said that GDATs have to be like we just saw it with Goodman, where it's like yes.
Not necessarily, because
we have discussed and debated.
I'm saying I come back here in a month and I'm just like, I don't know what I was thinking. Absolutely.
All right.
I'll defer. Let's defer. I'm fine with deferring.
All right. So, any more nominations?
No. That being said, I could sit here and I could talk to you about what I think Mark Ruffalo smells like. And I bet it's delightful.
Did we force a vote on Harry Dean Stanton before he died and voted no?
I can't.
No. I just want to know how that rests on your conscience, Connor.
Oh, I don't care. I didn't care
about
it.
I would have been fine with him. I think it would happen was we would have had the Josh problem.
Yeah.
The Josh.
I mean, you guys kind of live with that on a daily basis.
I know. Every day I wake up and
I thought of nominating him in a memoriam fashion.
I support that.
The in memoriam award, as Tom Hanks is the chairman emeritus.
Yep.
He would be the in memoriam member.
I mean, honestly, when it comes down to the definition of goddamn American treasure, yes. I can't think of anybody more than Josh. And again, I know that whether you agree or disagree or just don't know or whatever, seeing Lucky alone was that movie alone is an American treasure. That movie was fantastic.
Josh, I'd like to say you may not be welcome in LA for the next year, based on what I'm getting here.
LA might not be there.
That's true. We may be fleeing LA very soon.
I don't know that there's anywhere to be.
So, all right, we'll table that. So,
motion
tabled. One of the things we wanted to do is
wait a minute. So we're tabling Ruffalo.
Tabling Ruffalo.
It's a no on Danson.
It's a yes on Goodman.
A yes on Goodman
and a
no on McLaughlin.
Yes.
Are there women? Is there anyone can think of?
You have to not ask that live, Josh.
I'm asking the people. I'm not asking you.
Well, then you need to tell the people that they think.
I mean, I think what we're doing here is we're looking at people. Oh, I want to be like that person. So it's very easy to pick those people.
Yes.
Oh, well, also, American is a problem. I was about to say Kate Winslet, but she's not American.
Oh,
she's a treasure.
Yeah, no, if she was American, I'd be, or if I was allowed to vote Great Britain, I'd be in a heartbeat.
Is it too topical and too pandering to say Ashley Judd? Because I've always loved Ashley Judd.
No.
It feels more like a crush.
Also, just for the chat room, they have to be alive.
Yes.
No Judy Garland.
Yeah, I also believe somewhat that it's difficult for us to vote on people whose main body of work and existence in the world was sort of before we were born. I don't think it's
I have
fair.
no problem voting in people who are dead. That's not a problem.
Yeah, but
it's all based on their work anyway.
What about Julie?
But I can't tell you I'm an expert on Cary Grant.
What about Julie Andrews?
She's definitely British.
Oh, she's British. Damn it. They're all British. That's the problem. I like that in the chat room we have Susan Sarandon, Meryl Streep, Sally Field, and Danny DeVito.
Okay, hold on.
Naomi Watts is not British.
Sally Field is already a GDAT.
Meryl Streep is, right?
These people, no, you voted down Meryl Streep.
Oh, I hate Meryl Streep. Goldie Hawn, I would vote yes to. Oh, what about Robin Wright?
She's not a GDAT.
She creeps me out.
She's great.
She always plays people who make me uncomfortable.
I think that's
about Buttercup.
Other than that,
what about Jenny?
Who?
Jenny.
I hate that movie.
Jesus Christ. Ron, what about Donna Reed?
Oh yes, she's dead though, isn't she dead?
Based on what?
She died. Based on It's a Wonderful Life.
Based on the Donna Reed show. Based off that, Donna Reed has a wonderful career.
Like you're super familiar with the Donna Reed show. Like you're like,
I love
that. I used to watch that on Nickelodeon all the time, dude. Come on.
From Here to Eternity. Come on,
man. Donna Reed.
She's the one on the beach.
Don't blame us because you haven't seen any movies before 1970.
I really like that you didn't. You were like, we'll let you go 50 years back. Before that, you're lame.
What are you talking about?
All right.
47 years back.
For what?
For
like you called me out on my cultural illiteracy, but really it's just because my sort of movie awareness goes back to like 68, which isn't bad in the American popular pantheon, but compared to guy who watches American Movie Channel all day every Sunday,
it's awesome. It's great.
Yeah, well, I don't have that option.
All right then. So
Karen Allen, not enough work.
Oh.
She's great, but not enough work. I love Karen Allen.
She's great.
She just does. I mean, is Raiders and Scrooged enough?
And Starman.
Are those enough?
I
would handily support Karen Allen.
Who I'm thinking of another actress. Hold on.
I could be persuaded, Karen Allen.
Lumpy. Come on, Lumpy.
Oh
God.
I mean,
Alexandra Daddario is very attractive. That's the most I'm giving you on that.
She was the mom in The Sandlot.
I feel like
when she hit.
She's great.
She's great.
She's AT at least.
At least. I mean, I think she is. Although I do want to hold against she did the movie that I refuse to acknowledge exists.
Well, look, some of these people do bad work or bad movies. I mean, you know, no one's perfect.
Like The Rock?
Where you get into trouble with that is if they make a turn and then they only do bad movies.
Yeah.
A Nick Cage, if you will.
The problem with Karen Allen is that I'm looking at her resume and she's got like 30 some odd movies and I've seen 4 of them.
This is what I'm talking about. You can know old stuff pretty well, but you're not going to be like, oh, I saw every stupid Mark Ruffalo movie just because they happen to come out while I was alive.
Yeah.
I'm more about quality than quantity.
Cloris Leachman.
She's great. I'd go Carol Burnett in a heartbeat.
She's already a GDAT.
Good. Should have been. I forgot. I wouldn't give it to Lorraine Bracco, by the way.
Oh, no.
No.
Just like Ray Liotta's not in there either.
Right. No. Ray Liotta has never done any... Like, he's almost been a disappointment in everything that's happened since then.
Yeah.
Well, not... was Field of Dreams before?
Yes.
Helen Mirren's not
No.
American.
Just after.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Fish Called Wanda, True Lies.
If I had to go with my favorite actresses from the 60s, Catherine Ross. Every time she shows up in a movie that I'm watching from I'm like, oh, she's the best.
Natalie Wood's dead.
That does not preclude her.
Yeah, no, we don't have any dead. They're gonna be alive, right?
They're gonna be alive.
Yeah,
that's right.
All right, we're reaching here.
Okay, so
Frances McDormand.
Okay, in.
She's in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You're
Good.
right.
100%.
Good. That's
that.
Are we sure she's American?
Let me make sure. But like I saw 3 billboards, and we literally how I caught Carrie to go see it. I'm like, it's Frances McDormand. How bad could it be? Little did we know.
This was close.
No, it was great. It was just rough.
She was born in Chicago, Illinois, but she was adopted by Canadian parents. So for a second,
no, she might be out.
She's American.
She's born in America. She's good. But for a second, her bio made it look kind of sketchy.
Does she have dual citizenship?
It does not say that.
Because that might expel her from.
She's an MFA.
Really, we're going down to citizenship, Connor. Really?
All right. So I feel like it's good. One man, one woman. That's good.
I like it. I'm with you.
Oh, it's GDAT, not GDAT and Steve.
Carrie Fisher is no longer with us, unfortunately. Okay, so one of the reasons why we wanted to have the GDAT voting and have Ron here do the GDAT voting, help us with the GDAT voting, is that, and listen, I would put Mädchen Amick in there as well, but we can't.
Mädchen.
It's not the Twin Peaks.
I literally couldn't tell you who that is.
Exactly. It could. I would put the entire cast of Twin Peaks in there. That's fine.
Yep.
So one of the reasons why we wanted
Michael Onkeen for sure.
Michael Horse.
Yeah. Anyway, go on.
That guy who played Mr. Cooper from Hanging with Mr. Cooper. That guy.
Paul McCartney, also not American, Hank.
Although Paul McCartney is related to my topic, but go on.
Okay, so we wanted to vote in the GDAT. We wanted to have Ron here to vote for the GDAT because we need 3. And
you need a quorum.
Everyone, shut up.
Sorry.
We wanted to also unveil something for the people in the chat room.
Yes.
That we've worked hard on. It's not quite ready, but we wanted to give you a preview. We've done this in the past, but this is going to be our next T-shirt. Everybody, get ready.
We hope you enjoy this. This has been in the works for a while.
Let me just make sure none of my sensitive information shows up on this screen. And there we go. Can we all see it?
That is the next T-shirt. Connor, click on your name. Click on you. Here, I got it. All right, there we go. There's the design. So the official GDAT T-shirt will be yours in Threadless in hopefully in a week or
January.
2 or so.
Yeah. January probably.
January probably. Yeah. So
we have to print one so that we make sure it doesn't suck before we let you buy it.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Sure.
So we hope everybody enjoys that. I think when I think GDAT, this is what I think of. So
for no reason.
Yeah. So everyone in the chat room, thumbs up. You guys like it? Because it's literally, we made this for the 20 of you.
Yeah, exactly. No one else who listens to the show knows what we're talking about.
Is that coming through?
Yes, very loudly.
Oh,
maybe we can stop that.
He's still laughing though.
Okay, so
we should have something on the site that when you click on that, you just hear him laughing.
Yeah,
that you can't turn off, and everyone would just have to deal with it.
So there it is. So yeah, very excited about that. I can't wait to order one.
Select Josh.
Yeah.
No, I mean the video.
What do you mean?
It's all on Josh all the time.
Click on Josh's face in the lower right-hand corner, and it'll go.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. So
okay, so there you go. There's the new shirt, and that'll be available at the very beginning of January, probably,
if not sooner. Yep.
And And then there should be another one coming relatively quickly, although that design is eluding us at the moment.
Yes, we'll probably hopefully have it for the next Hangout, maybe.
Yes.
So we'll see.
So we have 20 minutes. Ron, you have a topic?
Quick topic, as everyone sees on Connor's head, that it's the holidays time. And as everyone knows, we love the holidays, especially holidays music. And I want to raise a question to the two of you that recently came up as we're getting to the holiday spirit. We are both, all three of us are big Beatles fans.
Yes.
So have to choose one. Happy Xmas War is over or Wonderful Christmas Time? Compare and contrast, discuss.
Lennon. Wonderful Christmas Time makes one of my least favorite sounds that's ever been recorded.
You mean the sound of a man who just got a synthesizer and figured out how to use it?
Ugh.
Bunk, 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 bunk,
Oh,
bunk.
it's horrendous.
All right, so Connor, where do you pick?
Oh, man. Oh, come on.
I don't hate Paul McCartney like you guys do.
I don't hate Paul McCartney. I hate that song.
Well,
I like Paul McCartney just fine in audio form from 1960 to 1970.
Right.
Well, I want to hear Connor's thought, and then I want to share a little more stuff with you guys.
And some of the first album.
They're both good. I like them both. If I'm gonna have a Christmas party, I'm probably not gonna play Happy Christmas War is Over. I'm gonna play Wonderful Christmas Time at a Christmas party.
So that there's the gist, and here's why the compare and contrast, and I think the historical analysis is interesting. I think that Happy Xmas War is Over is the better song.
Yes.
But there's something to Wonderful Christmas Time, to Connor's point, that is just fun, and you got to. Yeah. And I feel like it is a great example of the relationship between Lennon and McCartney, because let's look at the lyrics, okay? So Happy Xmas War is Over, which came out in 1971. The first two lines of the goddamn song are, "So this is Christmas, and what have you done?" Right? It's like,
get off my back, Lennon.
It's like, Jesus Christ, John, just like relax. So then, wait, hang on. Then we go to Wonderful Christmas Time, right? And the first two lyrics of this song are, "The mood is right, the spirit's up, we're here tonight, and that's enough."
Oh, I saw you wrote that earlier.
Yeah.
I could not figure out what that was from.
Listen, we're here tonight, and that's enough. All right, John.
The only song I want to listen to less than that is Santa Baby.
Well, we're not neither.
I'm saying in the Christmas.
Oh wait, did Ringo do Santa Baby?
No,
I wouldn't put it past him. Oh yeah, no. Anyway, if you go point to point in Wonderful Christmas Time to Happy Xmas, it is completely McCartney's response to Lennon. I'm convinced of.
It's it's like what's the song? There's one of the songs that's the most like that I can't think of right now because you have the other songs in my head. But there's like the Beatles song where it's one way, it's all major, and then it switches to John parts and it goes to minor key, and he's like, "Everything's terrible," and then it's going to be. I can't remember what the song is right now for some reason.
But like, so even in the Happy Xmas War is Over, they have like the chorus of the kids going, "A very Merry Christmas," and in Wonderful Christmas Time, Paul says, "Love choir of children sing their song. They practice all year long." Like, there's a relationship to this song that with these two songs that is, I think, so specific.
Listen,
we're here tonight, and that's enough.
You're not wrong, and I'm a bad judge of this because I don't particularly care about Christmas. I'm not going to have a party, so these are not concerns of mine. You guys, like things.
Literally having a party on Saturday. So
yeah, what an awful idea that is. Because while you're having the party, you could just be hanging out by yourself.
Oh, God. Oh, boy.
Wow.
I mean, I think I echo your sentiments, Ron. Obviously, Happy Xmas War is Over is a better song.
It's a better song. It's a quality
I'm not playing it at my party.
I'm playing both at the party just because I think they're good. And Josh, like you, I used to hate Wonderful Christmas Time. But then I made a conscious decision to stop being an asshole and just kind of embracing life and having fun.
We can work it out.
Yes, that's the one. Trying to see it my way. Yeah, that's the one.
Life is very short. There's no time. Then he says, "Don't fight, though." So,
I mean, we did this last year. I could talk about Christmas music. We could do a whole 2-hour.
Yeah, I thought about as a topic, but we just did it last year. We did Christmas music.
I don't care.
Movies last year.
I don't care. We'll do it every goddamn year. Oh,
that was a real stretch for me last year.
Oh, so how can you not like Christmas music?
It's me. Once Thanksgiving hits, it's all I listen to for the rest of the year.
Yeah, me too. Although I did pause to listen to the new Glassjaw, but
I had this is terrible.
Oh, do it.
We were talking about like if I didn't have kids, because we're talking about the fact that my son wanted to know why I wasn't really involved with the Hanukkah stuff that they do. And it was, I was like, I don't know. It doesn't really.
You're anti-Semitic. You told me that, right?
That's mostly it. I hate my children and wife. And I just was like, I don't really know what it is, and it doesn't mean anything to me. And then my wife was like, yeah, but the Christmas stuff does. And I go, I don't know. If I didn't have kids, I don't know if I'd bother.
Really? Wow.
I don't know. It's that thing. Like, like there's those people who like they get to that thing where everybody is supposed to be happy during that time, which makes me not happy. I don't know.
Here's a question, Josh. Here's a question. Have you in recent years watched the Charlie Brown Christmas special?
I must have. Yeah.
Okay, here's your homework, my friend. It's only 20 minutes. Watch it again, because I think you might connect with it a little more now, because in the beginning, it's just Charlie Brown going, I don't get Christmas. Everyone's trying to be so happy, and I just get depressed. And it's like,
oh, no, that's a real thing.
It's
like somebody, Jacob has pointed out that Josh is dead inside, and that's actually not it. It's that I'm very specific about the things that make me happy, and it's not the thing that is scheduled to make everybody happy at this time of year.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that, like, I totally get, like, the last thing. I mean, yeah, the seasonal depression or all that sort of stuff is a real thing, and but I don't know. I
just want to point out that in the admin page of our YouTube channel, the very last hangout is a picture. It's a big picture of Josh holding his head.
Yeah.
I'm not even depressed right now.
That's
not the point.
Yeah. You don't like you don't like the forced, like, be happy because it's the holidays.
Yeah, no, totally.
And what I'm saying is that I don't feel pressure to be happy because it's the holidays. Purely it being the holidays makes me happy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Always has.
Yep.
Well, there's other elements to that. I will say, however, that the soundtrack, the Vince Guaraldi soundtrack, that whole thing makes me really happy.
I have that on vinyl. I played that yesterday. It's awesome. It sounds great on the on vinyl.
No, it's absolutely wonderful.
So we have 12 minutes. Should we delve more into Josh's neuroses?
Sure.
I'm not on any antidepressants, and currently we're trying to avoid that.
Good.
So for the last 10 minutes, let's say, if anyone in the chat room wants to ask Ron anything about working at Marvel.
Well, just because it's post not anything, but like if you
well, they're gonna ask it. I'm not saying you're gonna answer it.
Yeah, I don't know if they care or not anything, but yes,
I don't have an answer.
I have a question for you, Ron.
Okay.
How long have you been at Marvel now?
It's coming up. No, it's been 2 months.
New Avengers number 26.
Still have not gotten to the bottom of it.
What is in the closet, Ron?
Well, I mean, especially now that Bendis has moved to DC.
Eerie timing.
Yeah, which I had nothing. What's funny is that he was in the office my first week, and I saw him, and he like congratulated me. He was like, "Oh, this is great," and all that stuff like that. And then the next week, I was like, "Oh, I hope it wasn't anything I said." But I'm fairly certain that it as close to has nothing to do with me as possible.
You think maybe?
Yeah, maybe. So I don't even work in publishing. I'm there on a different floor. So
yeah. How many floors do you guys have?
2 floors. The office is the office. CJ asked in the chat room, how large is the office? I mean, it's 2 floors in Manhattan.
How many bathrooms?
There are more than one. There are definitely more than one bathroom.
Does that guy that I used to have to work with on digital comics still work there?
I don't know. I thought that, and I don't think so. I don't think so.
He was terrible.
Do you remember his name? I'm not asking you to say his name.
I do remember his name, and I'll tell you afterwards.
Don't say it. Yeah.
No, I don't.
I will give them credit that I feel like since that era, they have really staffed up correctly in the tech side of things, and then all those people that do the digital stuff are on the same floor as me, and like there's some really cool stuff, and they built some pretty cool tools that we use internally that are pretty cool. Like it's way different than 5 years ago when
they were horrendous.
Yeah, no, they
the
moved
only thing that was worse than them was DC.
Yeah. No. But yeah, I don't think he's there, but I'm not sure. So, but there's a lot of people there, and like I walk around the office and I'm like, what do these people do? Like, and there's people
where you'll ever know that, or
no, I don't think so.
Not know forever.
I don't think so. I was in a great meeting yesterday with the brand assurance people, which is basically like
it's gonna be okay.
The whole time.
But basically, this is fun stuff. I mean, and this is nothing. I mean, like, so all the consumer products and stuff like that, there are people who say like, you can use this logo in this way, but not in this way, and stuff like that. And like, there are people like that's their job, and that's why I find it's really interesting.
I could do that job.
Yeah,
don't do that. So. No, do that.
Yeah, you'd be good at that job actually.
Although it's frustrating.
Connor would be better at that job.
What?
It can be frustrating because often they don't listen to you.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the big thing is compliance. Is like, so like, and so if there's somebody who has a license and then does something that doesn't match that, they lose the license. I mean, like it's.
Internally.
Yeah,
you don't want to see brand assurance guy going into compliance's office because some shit's gone down.
Hey,
was there a Marvel holiday party?
There are stuff coming up. I'm going to be out of town, so I'm missing it. But there are holiday themed events that are occurring. So
do they no longer throw all parties at wing bars?
No, their unofficial events still happen at the wing bar.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna change the topic slightly because you didn't get the
Go
media show, and that's one of my great sadnesses of the year. What's your favorite album of the year? And what's your best show you went to this year?
Fuck, you gotta give me more. Oh, I'm not prepared for this, you jerk.
One show. What's the first thing you think of? What's the first thing you think of
this year?
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Too many people. What?
First thing you think of? First thought.
Hang on, I gotta look. 1 second.
You got
what?
You got a spreadsheet of all your shows?
No, but all the shows is tough. I mean, oh yeah, show. I'm sorry, it was Jawbreaker. It had to. I mean, yeah. There's that's the only. I mean, the Jawbreaker reunion. It probably. Here's the problem is that I went to San Francisco to see Jawbreaker play the small club show, and like in a tiny club at the Rickshaw Stop, Josh, where we saw Beachline that time.
Yeah.
That was great, but they only played 50 minutes, so it was like, and then Riot Fest, which was the big 30,000 people, but they played songs that I didn't think we'd ever hear. So I'm just gonna say I can't pick one or the two.
That's fine. That's fair.
But the entire experience.
Well, you still got a Ted Leo show coming up, so
I do, yeah.
That could take the spot.
And as far as new bands, there's a band called Reviver, RVIVR, which is like they're my favorite new band of the year. That's fantastic. According to Last FM, the artist I listened to the most this year was Jawbreaker, followed by Quicksand, followed by Superchunk, followed by Fugazi, followed by Morrissey. So that gives you a sense of what my year was like. We got a new Quicksand record. That was great. The album I listened to the most this year was Superchunk, Here's Where the Strings Come In, which is a 22-year-old album. But the second most listened to album I listened to this year was the new Jesus and Mary Chain record, Damage and Joy. The fifth most listened to album this year is Charlie Brown Christmas. The sixth is The sixth is Sgt. Pepper's, and seventh is the new Quicksand record, which just came out like a month ago. So that, I mean, probably my album of the year is probably the Quicksand record. So,
all right,
yeah,
that's a good answer. That's good.
Thanks. It was an okay. I'll be honest with you. It was not an okay year for music. It was an okay year for music for me in the nostalgic standpoint. Mm-hmm. But in the new music standpoint, it was disappointing. There were just not new bands that I got into this year, aside from Reviver. So, and I did see Morrissey last weekend. It was all right. The venue sucked. It wasn't loud enough. The new Morrissey record is, you look like the 70s release of the Phil Spector Christmas record when it was like, the close-up of the guy in the Santa hat, like the bad cover. Anyway, the new Morrissey record is fine. It kind of feels like he's phoning it in. There's only like 2 or 3 songs I actually like on it. So anyway.
You don't understand the love for the Beach Boys. Did you not pay attention to my social media accounts for a year?
Just Pet Sounds, man.
That's all you need.
What else do you want to know? Movies? We
Did he do
movies?
a shirt run?
We do.
What would be the 5 movies you would have wanted to talk about?
Can I talk about Green Room again?
No.
Let's see. I'm looking at the movie release. I loved Coco.
Mm-hmm.
My 5 movies probably would have been Coco, Baby Driver, in no order, just as 5.
Yeah.
Coco, Baby Driver, The Big Sick, Lucky, right? And what is my 5th one? Lady Bird.
So 3 of those were on the show.
What was it?
What wasn't?
Yeah.
Coco.
Okay.
And Baby Driver.
Lady Bird made it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow, cool. Baby Driver was great. Baby Driver it wasn't a perfect movie, but the use of audio and just doing a new story and it worked for me.
I wanted to love it. I didn't. I liked it, but I didn't love it.
Yeah, I can hear that.
I felt
was
about everything
disappointed.
getting the rights done for a while.
Yeah.
I liked parts of it a lot, but I didn't love it. I was really excited to see it. And then
Lady Bird is fantastic. Was fantastic.
Yes.
Lady Bird was great. And I'm going to see The Disaster Artist on Sunday. So that might sneak in depending on how good. I've heard great things so far. So, but
5 shows.
TV shows.
Yep.
The Deuce.
Mm-hmm.
Did that.
Hang on, I gotta look at my TV stuff. 1 second. What TV shows do I watch?
Did we ever vote on Franco?
Oh, save it for next time.
As a GDAT?
Here, I'll trade up. David Simon.
Stop. Okay. They have to be new shows or just any show?
Well, I
watch
mean,
this year.
well,
All right.
if
Doesn't
you
have to be new.
yeah, I mean that's
All
fine.
right. The Expanse. Better Things.
Mm-hmm.
The Orville.
Mm-hmm.
Timeless. And Twin Peaks.
Did Timeless happen?
Well, it finished in May.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Say it again. Say them again. Twin Peaks, Timeless, The Orville.
Twin Peaks, The Orville,
Expanse.
Better Things.
Oh, we did
The Orville.
Orville, and that might be it.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
And I'm not I don't know what else on stream on other things. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, take off. All right, so take off Timeless because we already talked about that last year. The Last Tycoon on Amazon. I love that. It was
Really?
fantastic. I love that show.
Interesting.
I remember that. You liked that.
That was great. So it's really hard to keep track of all this shit. So, and I can't say Vietnam because it's a quagmire. We're on like part 7 still. So yeah.
We did talk about it though.
Although we only got 2 minutes left, but I'm very excited because tomorrow night I think we're finally going to watch the Jim Carrey, Andy Kaufman documentary on Netflix. Which
I'm torn. I like one of
bananas.
them. I don't like the other.
I've heard such good things about it. Like everyone I've talked to that's seen it has been like, you have to watch this. So.
All right. Well,
I love Andy Kaufman. Who doesn't? Some people hate him.
yeah.
Hated him.
I mean, that was kind of his point.
It's a
though.
challenging comedy. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not Bob Hope.
Yeah.
Which would have been the at the time what you would have had the older generation would have liked.
Were you guys bummed that I wasn't on the year end to tell you all about the pinball machines of 2017?
Ooh.
I just played
Bummed
the Guardians.
isn't the word I go for.
I just played the Guardians of the Galaxy one last night, the new one. It just came out, and it is fine. I really like the art package and the video and stuff that they use. It's just the layout, the game layout is very it's very
nothing to do with the property.
Yeah, exactly. So
all right, so one more minute. Oh, that's the time. So thank you everyone for hanging out for the last hangout of the year. A reminder, this weekend will be the last Pick of the Week show of the year, and then the week after that we'll have the All Media Year-End Roundup. It's looking like about 3 hours.
Jeez.
I'm editing it right now. It's about 3 hours, maybe a little less actually. And then Star Wars, and then that's it. We'll be back in January.
I did that show down here, and by the end, I was so cold it took me an hour to be able to get to sleep because I couldn't warm up. I was literally lying in bed like with a sweatshirt on, and I was shivering under a down blanket.
I tried to talk to him after the show. He's like, "I'm too cold. Goodbye."
I literally was numb from the knees down. It was really bad.
Mike was recording in a closet. It was a whole process.
Well, thanks for having me back. Thanks for everyone in the chat for watching and enjoying it. I want everyone to have a happy holidays, even Josh, and love you all. You're my favorite.
Wait, does this mean we don't have to get Josh presents?
That's fine.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
I actually did that this year. I told Lindsay you don't have to get me anything.
Me and Carrie did that, but just because we spent a lot of money this year on the whole getting married thing. So, yeah.
All right.
All right, then. On that note,
we'll talk to you guys soon.
So this is Christmas, and what have you done?
That's enough, Ron. That's enough.